Hey guys, how's it going? Raceland 1986 here. I wanted to talk about something today that is a huge problem in CSGO right now, and that's hackers. Um, and the community is literally suffering because of it. It's not surprising to have a hacker in every single game, either on your team or the opposing team, every single game in higher rank, even lower rank too. I mean, CSGO accounts are so cheap. Um, There's websites out there. If you just Google hacks for CS:GO, they're like $9 for walls. Like anybody can afford $9. I don't care if you work a minimum wage job or you don't work. You can find $9 to pay for your monthly subscription. Um, you can borrow $10 a month from somebody and feed your need to hack in video games. It's not impossible. It's not hard, and it's ridiculous. And if you don't know what hacks are, and you've never seen what they're capable of and what they can do and how legit they can look, go YouTube right now, hacks for CS:GO, and just look at all the different things that they do. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I think there's a site called backban.com, back-ban.com. Go check it out if you haven't. You can actually copy and paste somebody's user profile into there and check if check their stats, their accuracy, everything, and you can suspect them as a cheater. And you can come back later and see if they've been back banned or Overwatch banned or whatever. Um, I don't want to make this video incredibly long. I want to keep it short. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be extremely long because um, what I want to do is I want as many cheaters gone from matchmaking as possible. I deranked today because of a hacker. 3 hackers in a row, actually. 3 hacking games opposing. The opposing team had hackers. One game had 3 hackers in it. They were blatantly walling. One was spin botting in a different game, and one was silent aiming. Crosshair is nowhere near the guy's head, but still gets headshots every single round. Um, so that's some stuff that goes on. However, like I said, I want the community to know exactly the things to look for, what to do, and how to get these guys Overwatch banned, when you should be reporting, and when you should be convicting these people in Overwatch. Um, it's a really touchy subject I see sometimes in games, is calling hacks on somebody. I try to tend to call hacks pretty often if somebody's hacking. Like, if I can tell, like, I'm gonna put it out there. Sometimes I'm not gonna say it to the enemy team because it's easier to catch them in a replay when they think people don't know. Like, if and you've probably done this before. You've probably been in a game where somebody gets accused of hacking, and they're doing amazing up until this point. They get accused of hacking, and they kind of fall off for a few rounds, and they're not really pulling kills. They're not doing the things that they were doing, and they're not winning those 1v3 clutches that they were, and blah, 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 blah. And then the rounds that they need to win the game every once in a while, they'll go back to that level. They're trying to be, very discreet about it after that point. So, like I said, I try not to say somebody's hacking in chat anymore to the enemy team, because I just want to throw them a report, them go to Overwatch, and them, ultimately get banned. That's what I want. And if they think that, if they know that I think they're cheating, they're probably going to turn it down if they actually care about their account. Now, another thing is, people are like, oh, he has 5,000 hours. You can honestly AFK and get 5,000 hours in a couple months of playtime. And people do that. People actually buy accounts, let them sit there running for months, and sell them on websites. They sell 5-year coin accounts for like $18. It's ridiculous. So don't ever think because somebody has an inventory or 5K hours or all their medals or whatever, they can be hacking. Pros have hacked. They've been caught, middle of the match, we get back banned, pros. So average Joe, he's probably hacking if he's really, just doing ridiculous stuff. And I'm going to go over some of the things that they do. Now, the things that hackers, they'll do. The first thing I look for if I watch a replay or watch an Overwatch session, if somebody's aiming down here, they're not a good player. If they're just automatically snapping heads and getting that, that one tap every time with an AK, and they're running corners and just tapping people all the time, and they're just making these ridiculous shots. If somebody pre-fires somebody here and gets the kill, like, that's a normal pre-fire spot. It's not hard to pre-aim that. It's a very easy place to get an entry, and hackers love Dust 2. Just absolutely adore this map. This is like, if I watch an Overwatch, 98% of the time it's on Dust 2. Another thing is, right at the butt, if somebody's doing this and they're killing you like instantly, just running AK headshot, it doesn't happen. It does not happen. Like, it might happen once in 100 times. You get this random lucky bullet that your head just happens to be in the wrong place. If people are just running and AKing and getting you every single time, no, sorry, can't happen. If they're telling you they're stopping, go watch it. If you see them running and they're telling you they're stopping and you're just bad, go watch the replay. Do yourself a favor, convict the guy. Reports are free. You can report them as many times as you can report 1,000 people a day if you want. Let Overwatch decide. Let people that actually have experience and know what to look for determine if somebody's hacking if you don't want to. Like I said, reports are free. Just report them. It never hurts. There's very rarely a false positive ban where somebody gets banned who isn't hacking. It's unheard of. If you Google false positive bans and look for people who posted that were banned from a game for hacking, and if you look, their profile actually, they won't have a back ban. They were banned, they got unbanned, they don't have a back ban anymore. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them that you can find. So false positives never happen. Like, it's very, very rare. Anyways, if people are just rounding corners and just, for instance, if you're coming to long and you tap this and you get the kill, okay. If you're rounding this and you're tapping a guy here, like, you don't check this, you automatically just pre-aim here and you kill the guy. Why? Like, you're gonna tap this before you tap this. You're gonna pre-aim this and pre-fire this before you pre-fire that. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. If you get a tap and pit, okay, these are very easy tap entries to hit. These are extremely easy. But if you're not checking your corners and you're not jiggle peeking this and doing a pop shot, like, normally a good player, what they're gonna do. Now, it's different in higher tiers, it's different in lower tiers, so things you gotta look for. Obviously, people are gonna be doing some different stuff in lower tier. If they're smurfing, there's ways to tell if a player's a good player. If they're jiggle peeking this and they're getting this like this and they're hitting it, you're telling me you're a good player. Like, you're jiggle peeking it, you're pre-aimed, and you're tapping. Okay, when you do this and you're hitting, like, look at my bullets. Like, one's here, one's here, one's here. Like, people just don't. They might be here and they might do like a wide peek, or they'll jiggle peek it and pre-aim, pre-fire it. But they're not just gonna run this corner and tap you like that. You might do it once in a while, but if they're doing this every round, they're relying on something, and so he makes a couple crazy kills. You're not convinced, right? All right, I'm not convinced. All right, this guy, maybe he's just really good. Maybe I'm just having an off game, or maybe he's playing really bad players and he's you know, this guy isn't even reacting. Like, he's coming around the corner, he's got his crosshairs right there, he does, you know, a 2-round burst, and he takes him out. The guy didn't even react. Well, probably a bad player. It wasn't that fast. If this guy's running these corners amazingly fast, reacting like a madman, and just running up here, doing this, oh, tapped another guy, doesn't check car, doesn't check elevator, doesn't even smoke CT, doesn't look down here, and goes up here, and then doesn't even check cat, and just taps somebody else here. Like, really? Like, you just ran past all the places that people usually are. You didn't check them, you didn't pre-fire them, you didn't pre-aim them, but you pre-aimed and pre-fired every place that somebody was. You're hacking. End of story. There's no debating it. The guy's not having a good game. He's hacking. It's simple as that. Another thing I look at if somebody's a good player, if you're having an open duel, like this, from here to the wall away with somebody, like you're in a gunfight with them, if he's tapping like that and he's killing you every time, just one bullet, I'm dead, he didn't fire anymore. Like, you're relying on something. You're not going to be that confident in yourself that you're just going to shoot one bullet at Global Elite and you're going to kill this guy. If you round a corner and there's a guy there and you're in open field, you're going to want to land that kill as quickly as possible because you are overextended. You have no cover. There's a guy there. You don't know who else is there. You're going to go into it, you know, at least a little spray down. You know what I mean? A little burst. You're going to burst. You're going to move. You're going to, you know, you're going to be countering. You're not going to sit still and fire. I mean, I do it too. I mean, I'll round a corner and, you know, I'll sit still and like that. If I get the jump on somebody, if I'm open dueling somebody, I'm going to be moving and shooting. I'm going to, you know, do like 5 bullet sprays or whatever. Not sprays, but, you know, a little burst. Like I said, if they're just one tapping you just everywhere, midfield, they're not even worried about firing any more bullets. They're killing you instantly. Like, yeah, right. Okay. Now another thing is, I don't know, you're watching a replay of somebody. Okay, so somebody's playing right here. Yeah, he gets the tap on him. Cool. Yeah, good kill. You got the tap. Good job. If he just runs in here like this and just taps another person, and he wasn't even worried about big box, he wasn't worried about back of sight, back plat, he wasn't worried about back of sight, he wasn't worried about double box, he wasn't worried about somebody coming in door, looking through window, and he just taps this guy. Like, you're good enough to jiggle peek that guy, get the kill, not check anything else, and then check the other place that the guy is and land the kill instantly. Like, no. Like, that's 2 red flags to me, like, right off the bat. Like, you bypassed all the common spots, and you're pre-aiming and you're pre-firing, but you're only doing it to where people are. Like, that is probably enough for me to say you're hacking and report you or convict you in an Overwatch. Another thing is, and this one really drives me crazy. Alright, let's say there's 2 terrorists alive, and I'm on the terrorist team. Let's say I'm CT. I'm CT. There's 2 CTs alive, and there's 2 terrorists alive. 1 CT is still B, and 1 CT is still A. So nobody's playing mid. Okay, so the 2 remaining CTs are, 1B, 1A. And the 2 terrorists are long. The last 2 are long, and the guy A knows this. So he calls it out to the B guy, hey, they're both long, they're both in pit, one's pit plat. He can, the guy on site knows there's a guy pit plat, and he knows the other guy's pit. Like, he just knows. He saw them. Okay, so the CT in B decides to, let's say he doesn't decide to go mid and watch, or flank cat, or not flank cat, or get on cat, or watch long, exit. Let's just say he decides to sit right here. If they rotate, he can hear it, or if they get out mid, maybe they won't look here. He'll get that one-on-one opportunity, or he might be able to get them both, let them both run past, shoot them both in the back. Okay, so the CT's sitting there in suicide. The terrorists decide they're going to rotate, and the guy you think's hacking just does this. He runs out here like this, and then he starts slow walking. So if you notice, he didn't check car, he didn't check box. He hasn't pre-aimed this or checked any of this or checked here or checked there. He just walks right here from long doors to where the guy in suicide can't hear him. He doesn't check anything, and he does this, and he gets the kill. He's fucking hacking. He's not a good player. He's not better than you. He's not better than your teammate. The kid is blatantly hacking. Like I said, use the report button. That's what it's there for. Let people make the decision. Let's get these hackers out of the community. I just want the hackers gone. I want the best effort put forward into getting these guys out of the game. And like I said, the difference is, look for things that make a player good. If a player is pre-aimed, their crosshair placement is good, their movement's good, they're using flashes, they're using smokes, they're doing the things that a good player does. I'm sure we've all watched pro games. If these kids are doing what pros do, they're smoking, they're flashing, they're trading kills with their teammates, they're peeking correctly, these kids are probably legit. They're making these kills, and if they aren't legit, they're doing everything that they should be doing. I don't know. I'm not going to report you, but when you're playing like a pro and you have shitty crosshair placement, you have shitty movement, you're just one-tapping bullets and just hitting headshots every time. You're only peeking places where people are. You're ignoring everything in the game, but you're playing like a pro. You're hacking. It's as simple as that. The guy's not having the best game of his life. He is hacking. Now, when I play in lower tier, like if I smurf, I will. I'll drop 30, 40 bombs all the time. But I don't round corners and get 10, 20 one-taps a game. It never happens. I don't think I've ever had it happen, actually. I might get 1 or 2, 3 the whole game in the low tier if I'm smurfing. Now, the thing is, when I'm playing in low tier, I might not flash my entry. I just might pre-aim this, and there's a guy there. I got the kill. Okay, I checked here. Oh, a guy comes out of this site right here, and we go into a duel, and I kill him. I didn't one-tap him. I went into a spray. I killed him. And the guy calls hacks on you. Whatever. Dude, you fired 7 bullets at me, or whatever. You fired 15 bullets at me. I fired 5, and I hit all my bullets and killed you. You hit me for 13 damage. You're not as good as me. That's just what it is. But if people are just running around checking only where people are and making ridiculous shots and have terrible movement, they're cheating. It's just convict them. Just send them to Overwatch, please. Do the community favor. Do the community a favor. There's 2,000 accounts banned a day from CSGO. Don't be so afraid to report these kids. Don't be so afraid to accusate somebody. Vote them. And if they're not hacking, they won't get banned. If they are, you just did the community a service. So it's a win-win. Sorry for rambling. I want the game to be in a better state. Every global game seems to have a hacker, either on my team or the opposing team. It's just out of control right now. And I hope you liked the video. I'm hoping that this will get seen by as many people as possible, and people will see the things that you should look for, and maybe be more convinced to vote and say this guy is hacking or this guy isn't hacking, and to just make a better judgment overall to get more of these people gone, and make it a better environment for everybody in CSGO. So, if you liked the video, don't forget to, subscribe, share it if you like. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Everything will be in the description. Feel free to leave me comments. I'll respond to you guys. Tell me what you think. If there's anything else that, you think you should look for or you think I'm wrong on, elaborate. We can figure it out. But anyways, have a good night. I'll see you again.